Well, salutations, my beloved dong monglers. How we doing? Little intraday update, nearly post-day update. Let's see. Okay, we're going to go to the 5-minute. And by the way, this is a very special update because King Shittard himself is going to try to not use the word basically, at least in excess. So what we had going on before the run from 1350 up to 34, this soft landing, and this ties into the options thing and the put theory. The reason why you see anytime that AMC or GameStop or any of the meme stonks go down as like a soft landing, like it rarely will just get slammed instantaneously. They just walk it down. Some people call them short ladders. I don't care what you call them. The reason why this happens is so that implied volatility on the put side of the options chain does not get juiced. Because if they drop that too fast, then the value of implied volatility will skyrocket, which then gives incentive to speculators to sell puts, which is bullish. And again, we're assuming the pretenses of all of the price action is happening because of options. With that in mind, this was going into late February, early March. You saw us start to finally take off. Now, what had happened was because of the amount of soft landings that we had, or short ladders, whatever you want to call them, this compressed everything in terms of distribution and accumulation, so your ceiling and your floors respectively. And that forced a floor at which you began compressing price action. When this happens, your distribution lines, aka your speed lines, your whatevers, will also compress. And when that takes place, that makes the breakout explosive because now you have multiple time frames worth of price movement being stacked on top of each other. And so when we broke out, that's exactly what happened. And we're seeing that happen again now in the present. I'm going to skip to that here in a few, but just take note of the way that this looks before the run. We were basically, fuck! I caught myself. I had the little like verbal wind up, the rhythm to it, and I knew I was just going to spit out that word. Okay. So essentially, what was happening was we were continually being held under accumulation, and that's where you see the green highlights taking place. So now what you're seeing is that squeeze to 34 and then the walk back down, and you're seeing exactly what we saw take place before the run to 34, where we have compression at probably the smoothest level we've ever seen it. Just look how tightly clustered each of these speed lines are. So once we break back up through this lower accumulation band, which is about 1750, I think we'll see that melt up take place, a little bit of flirting, and then push up. Otherwise, they're saving the move for next week, which would kind of line up with the whole max pain thing. Here's the 5-minute accumulation line being caught as we speak. And then looking at Jimbo. Jimbo's pretty much in the same boat. The thing about Jimbo, though, is that this is Twitter. What the fuck? The thing about Jimbo, he's had a lot more resilience to any of the downward movement that's taken place since the run to 200. But it's the same setup. You had your super fucking aggressive accumulation take place. All these green highlights that you see, those are all confirmed springs. And the result of that, though, was the distribution speed lines compressing and stacking on top of each other. And that's why this run, again, was so expansive. And that's what we're seeing happening again right now. Especially like the fork pattern you see. But that pattern of how you have like a pitchfork shooting straight down with the distribution lines, that's what we're seeing right here, just at an even greater scale. There's even more variation to it. And now they're all clustered up and compressed again. So going into the next 38 minutes of the day, I'm excited. Even if we don't get the move out of it, like, I understand people are still going to be butthurt and no dates, no DD, oh, I'm going to cry like a child. You know, like, okay, you do your thing. I don't care. This is all about being fucking curious and putting our hypotheses to the test. Yeah. Clear accumulation. That is just fucking accumulation. That's to the T. That's fucking, give me my fucking goddamn web browser. Wyckoff accumulation schematic. Can I just copy this? I'm a goddamn genius. I don't know what else to say. And the spring is marked. The spring is marked. Maybe I'll just do a time-lapse video. Dana, that's your next little project. Let's do time-lapse videos of the Wyckoff sniper highlighting Wyckoff schematics in real time. It's looking good. It's looking really good. And the 15-minute, by the way, on both of these is fucking beautiful. Because even that is showing the speed line compression that I was talking about. Same setup, by the way, too. You have your like, I don't know, this outer ring of confirmed springs, and then the distribution speed lines stacking, and that's essentially what this has been. And now we have everything stacking again. So I'm jacked. I'm jacked. I'm jacked. I'm jacked. I don't care what happens. I just want to see it. That's all. Yeah. So that's it. Tomorrow I have no fucking clue. In terms of SPY, yeah, there's SPY spring on the 1 minute. Yeah, so I'm guessing SPY is gonna do one of these, and then I don't know, maybe a little bit of movement in after hours, and then futures will like fucking dive bomb at 4 in the morning because that's what everyone's up doing, obviously. But after that, I'm assuming something like this, maybe a little meltdown. I don't know. It's kind of, SPY's fucking stupid. I hate this market. I hate this market so much. We're actually pressing against the distribution speed lines as we speak. Honestly, it could be SPY 460 next week. Not gonna lie. I hate this market. I really fucking do. I'm gonna leave it at that. Love you fuckers. Stay black.